you want to learn more about what's happening in Hawaii, please click the subscribe and like button below. It's your passport to be more educated about this wonderful place called Hawaii. You can learn more about activities, sites, culture, and much, much more.
Aloha, my name is Isaiah Smith, and I'm here today helping and volunteering with the Hawaii Water Protectors. And today we are doing a walk for the vai, and just to spread more awareness about the issues up at Red Hill and contamination of the wells there by not only the jet fuel from the tanks that are up there that are degrading and have been degrading for decades, but also even other chemicals like the PFAS spills that had happened recently. So yeah, we're just getting out today, spread awareness, and just to get more people educated about the issues that are facing our vai today. And yeah, just spreading that kind of that ike and that knowledge, and hopefully getting more movement to fight against just these things that are happening that are so dangerous and really, really worrisome for our water source. We only have one big aquifer underneath us, and like that being contaminated has just the potential to spread everywhere and could affect everyone in Oahu, and is affecting everyone even now with the pumping from different wells and whatnot instead of the main Red Hill well.
Does it affect everyone on Oahu?
I mean, to some extent it is. I mean, so even though right now it's mostly the west side, it has potential to affect others because we're pumping from different wells here on the west side. It's affecting the access to water even on the east side as well. And like if it keeps getting worse, it's going to affect people on that side even more. Also, even with the pumping, besides the contamination, because we're pumping from other wells and forcing us to use more of the other wells, there's an increase in salinity in those wells. And so the more we pump, the more salinity is going to increase, and that's going to affect the quality of our drinking water. Because at a certain point, which we pray doesn't happen ever, but there's a chance that as we pump too much, it's going to become almost like brackish water at a point. And so really big worry for us here in Oahu with this huge population, right, and the use of water that, I mean, for some things is just, seemingly, not official, this is just my opinion, but just seemingly irresponsible use of water for certain things, like we don't need all these golf courses all over the place. We don't need freshwater surfing installation. And so we need to conserve water. Like, I mean, everyone needs to conserve Hawaii, but especially us here in Oahu, like it's a very precious resource and something that is very finite, and we need to really understand that it is finite.
So is it safe to drink our water and take a shower in the water?
Depending where you are. So like there's still people facing issues with the water over on the other side. They did stop pumping from the main wells that were mostly contaminated, but even then there's other places that are of concern. And even besides Red Hill, they found more chemicals and things like Kunia, right? So they found some PFAS type compounds in there, and so there's a lot of worries around. So I mean, me personally, I do try to filter my water, even though I'm not in as much of an affected area, but I try to. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not as educated about some of those issues per se.
Like I live in Waikele, so is my water being affected?
I haven't kept up with all the reports, but I think it was because Kunia, Waikele, super close, right? I think there was some issues there. So not with the jet fuel, just to clarify, but with more like the PFAS compounds and stuff like that. And I forget the source of that one. If you want more information about that kind of stuff, I'm sure there's more people towards the center, the officials, who knows more details about those kinds of things. So like Ernie Lau, he's over there, so he's a great resource. So he's the main.
Is that
guy.
the guy that works for
the water department? Yeah, so he's here today, and we have a lot of great other speakers, like a lot of the water protectors. So like Healani Sonora Pale, she's here, so she's one of the main heads, so she knows a lot. My friend Dani Espiritu, she's also one of those heads, so they would know more of that kind of information. Yeah.
So what aside from us being aware, what can we do?
I mean, one of the basic things we can do is conserve water. The less water that we use, the less likely we're going to get that salinity increase. So the less water that we use, the less, especially for those who are living near that area, the less chance for spread. Because the more we pump up, the more likely that the plume of the Red Hill spill will shift and spread out. That's a couple of practical things to do. So I mean, there's many different ways to save water, right? So like turning off your faucet when you brush teeth or whatever, not washing car as often. One big thing for me, I'm a botanist by trade, and so like if you have a lawn, you should kill your lawn. So try to plant natives, try to plant shrubs, things that can look nice, but lawns are technically one of the least water conserving things out there.
Oh, what you call that kind of? There's a name for that kind of yard.
So I mean, there's other names. So like one name, which is not the main one you have to plant, but like, there's xeriscape, which is the extreme where you're planting like cacti and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's even a lot of natives that don't need like a lot of water and stuff, and you can just let it feed off the rainwater and they'll be fine. So there's more people trying to shift towards that instead of lawns.
Yeah. Okay. So we can do our part by planting that kind of plants that don't need a lot of water.
Don't need a lot of water.
Okay.
Ways. I mean, a lot of household things that can just help.
Don't wash your car.
Yeah, I know it's a hard one for some people.
Turn off the faucet when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah. You're shaving. I mean,
every little bit counts, huh?
Yeah. Don't play water willingly.
Okay.
Go beach. Don't play water in the.
Go to the beach, huh?
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Thank you. You want to add anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay,
So
thank
again,
you.
Storage on the Board of Water for
You can store
storing
water in there.
water in there, yes. And then there's a recommendation that they wanted to non-fuel as well. And there's a website also for donations. And they'll do a 5K walk this morning. I have a 5-minute timer. So it tells you that you're not in the shower for more than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just waiting for. I don't know how we got separated, but thanks, Marty.
We're gonna stop and clean a dog leg.
Going down later now, yeah.